Hello everyone, it's Kevin Grinstead with AureliaGHomes. I'm here with Disraeli with Boosted Plumbing, and we just had some updates and some information about this cold time of year and things you needed to do with your house. So I'm going to let Disraeli walk us through some things and we'll go from there.
Hello, name's Disraeli. A couple tips just give to new homeowners or homeowners that just right now with this cold weather, with below freezing. There's a few stuff that you want to look out for. For one, outside you have a hose spigot or hose faucet. These here will tend to freeze over the winter. One thing that we as plumbers definitely recommend is removing the hose and leaving that off during winter, during times where it gets below freezing. The reason you want to do that is if a hose is left on here, water will sit at the bottom of this pipe here. That water was to freeze. When it thaws out, it's going to expand and it's going to burst the hose faucet. Now, you won't notice an immediate leak when this happens, but comes spring, use your hoses for the first time. When you go to open this, it's going to spray water. It causes lots of damage. That's something you really want to avoid. So, easy way to do that is remove the hose from the hose faucet, leave it off. Come springtime, when you use your faucets, you're good to go. In this specific location, we do have a shutoff for hose faucets. If you do have a shutoff inside the house, just make sure you leave that off. Open up on the outside. Open up the faucet. Drain out whatever water is left in there. Close it up, and you should be good for typing. Very important to know where your water shut off for your home is. In this house here, we have it right here. Now, what you normally see is you have usually two shutoffs. One is the shutoff for your home, and then you have a sprinkler shutoff for the irrigation system. If you ever have a leak, an emergency, you definitely want to know where to find this. A good tip is the wall that's facing the outside of your house. It's usually where you'll find your water main. Exposed basements, it's really easy to find. Finished basements, they might put them in closets. But a good place to start looking is just that front wall. Now, just want to show you, you'll either have two style shutoff valves. One of them, the most efficient, the better of the two, is a ball valve. So you're gonna have a lever. It's a quarter turn to shut them off. So if the handle is horizontal, that means the valve is off. If it's vertical, that shows that the valve is on. Older style shutoffs, they're called gate valves. These, what you do is you want to turn it clockwise to shut them off, and counterclockwise to turn them off. If you do have this style valve, if you shut them off, you want to make sure it shuts off all the way. Sometimes the rubber O-rings on here go bad, so even if you shut them off, you might get water that kind of seeps through. If you do have this style valve, it's highly recommended to swap it over to a ball valve. That's something calling the plumber could get you get them to come out, swap them out for this style. Something else to point out is when temperatures start falling below freezing, you want to make sure you get your sprinkler system shut off. The shut off for the sprinkler system is always going to be after the first shut off, which does your whole house. You want to get that shut off and the sprinklers blown out till it's time to use them again, usually around springtime.
Okay, so what do we do if we find a leak in our water heater?
If you find a leak on your water heater, first most important thing you want to do is look on the right side of the water heater. Right side is always the cold water coming in. Follow that water line all the way till you see the shut-off valve. In this case, we have the shut-off valve here. You want to turn that off. This is a ball valve, so this is something you just give it a quarter turn. Once you shut the water off, it will prevent any more water coming into the water heater. Now, unfortunately, you're still gonna have 40 or 50 gallons of water inside the tank, but no more water is gonna be coming into it. At that point, you want to find the lowest faucet in the house. Open it on the hot side. That will release the pressure that's built into the heater. And at that point, your best option would be just call around, get a plumber to come out and take a look at the water heater and go on from there. Something that's recommended to do, especially in utility rooms, basements where you're not a lot of water is used there. Down here, you can see we have a floor drain. It is recommended every 2 or 3 months. Just grab a gallon of just a little bucket and pour some water in here. The reason you want to do that is there's a P-trap. It's just a loop on the bottom of there. If that water was to dry up just with over time, you might start getting sewage gases coming out of there. It smells very, very terrible. But by putting water in the floor drain, that would prevent any of that sewage gases from coming out.
Well, Disraeli, thank you for your time again. Disraeli with Boosted Plumbing. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to give him a shout out or give us a call and we'll give you some information on who you can have to go ahead and help fix any of those water problems that you might have. Stay warm this winter. Have a good day. Bye. Bye.